Yeah, today's Wednesday. All right. An unusual day for me to have a pickup, but I went to the antique collectibles mall. It's in Rochelle Park here in New Jersey, and they had this huge bucket of wrestlers, and they were selling them like $2, but it was like 20 for 20, so basically $1 a piece. So I started going through them, and I'll show you. I was making two piles. A pile, I didn't get to finish the pile, but a pile of ones that I was not going to take because of various condition problems, and I still need to sort through the rest. It's like, see, this guy has where to his, who's calling me? All right, where to his hair? Somebody's calling me, but sorry, I'll get you later. And I don't know, just overall wear. I'm thinking maybe what I can do with this. Here's this colored. It's windy all of a sudden. I'll just spread these out. But for some reason or other, well, this guy has elbow pads and knee pads. So maybe I'll put him in my better pile. Just miscellaneous. He's got wear to his finger. It's broken off. He had wear to his hair. So I may do like a parts pile out of this and put it on eBay. And just as a big lot, see, wear to his hair, And I didn't go through these, and I'm not going to try and take forever to do this, but you can see how the color's weird and faded. Same for this, his arms are discolored. I don't know if that's normal to this. These wrestlers. Now, I don't really know all the names of these wrestlers or anything like that. So I'm not even going to try and attempt to do that. Some had wiggly arms. He has, he's not that bad. Oh, wait. Okay, it looks like his head popped off and it's glued back on. All right. So, again, this is mostly parts. Yeah, this one's not too bad. And this stuff is great for flair. Like, this guy's missing his head. His chest looks weird. Yeah, he's missing his hair. Now, this guy has his pants. So, whatever. All right, so out of this big pile, those are ones that I might do parts. And I'll show these quick, right? What I have. AJ's calling me now, but sorry, AJ. I just started doing this, and I don't want to make two videos. I just want to do it in one video. So I'll just show, like, these. And then I'll go through the bucket kind of quick. And I'll show the other ones. Now, I think I paid a little less than $1 a piece for these, right? So at that price, I think I'm going to take them to the flea market for the first day and sell them for, say, like $3, 2 for $5. Now, I was told by the people at the mall that these aren't like they're valuable ones. These are more commons, which are fine for me because, to be honest, I'm not dealing with collectors so much. I'm dealing with kids and people. And if they are common, then that's good for them. They can buy wrestlers that they recognize. He's got his jackets and everything. And then I might just go through these, right? So they're dealing with wrestlers that they recognize. All right, let me push this out of here. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just go through these quick, and I'm not going to sort them. I'm just going to take them out of the bucket and maybe empty the bucket so you can see. I'm hoping I have at least 125 good ones in here, but I really think that I will. And I'll try and do this quick. You can see who the wrestlers are. Let me just do it here. I'll do it this way. This guy. This might be too long of a video. I might just stop at some point. All right. You can see everybody. And then what I'm going to do, Hollywood Hulk, I'm going to go through these again. And I'm just going to put the good ones back in this bucket. And that's what I'm going to take to the flea market this Sunday. Now, I know a big WrestleMania event's on this Sunday. But I won't be taking these out until Sunday. He has his knee pads and everything. So even though he has wear to his hair, I think I would put him in the 3 2 for $5. Now, what I'll do initially is I'll do the 3 2 for $5, right? But what will wind up happening is I'm going to be selling these anywhere, like after the first few weeks, say I go to like 4 or 5 markets, I thin them out. I kind of get my money back because what happened was I'm looking at the wrestlers, and I'm making like a big pile of like what I would pay $1 for. Like really clean ones. The best ones, pretty much. And I had a decent sized pile. I'd say I already had about 40 or so. So I said, this is taking me a lot of time. Maybe they would be willing to do a for all pile, or an amount. And get that wind. And they were. So what they wound up doing was they said, well, what do you want to give? Right? And I don't really like doing that. But I was like, 100? Which I'm not going to say I thought it was fair. I thought if they went up some, I had room. You know, I thought it was reasonable. Especially after he was saying, well, you know, these are the ones that don't sell as well for him. They're not that quite a big deal. So, and I haven't counted these. And I am going to be thinning these out by the ones that are just like beat up. Like, see, to me, this has a fair amount of wear, and his arms are weird looking. So I don't know, you know, I would think of that as not one that I'm just going to ask $3 for. It'd be one that I would, you know, kind of, I think it's for parts, or it would be what would be left over, you know. Like the kids would take the ones they want the best. Like, see this? This doesn't look very like it's in good condition. I'll just automatically throw it over there. Now, I know that there's room for me to make money. See, he's got his ponytail. I would imagine something like that would break off. You know, but I'm really looking for, like, a lot of missing paint. If I see really bad ones, I'll throw in my, like, beat pile just to save time for myself so I don't have to go through them again. See, he's got pink on his face. I don't know if that's normal. So I'll put him in a maybe pile. Like, why would he? Did a kid paint him or something? You know? Beats me. Again, see how yellow his chest is? Like there's something wrong with the plastic. So that I'll throw in the beat pile. And, you know, that guy looks like, what's his name? There's a cape. I don't know who it goes to, so whoever buys it will figure it out. I see there's a lot of repeats. And like they said, these are the comments. They have cases where a lot of the figures were like $8 or more. But it looks like there's parts and pieces too. Maybe you have rings in here. Hey, this is a different one. You know, that one looks good. So this is probably, even after I finish doing this, I'm not really separating the way I should. I could probably save time by making, like, I'll make an okay pile. I'll make an okay pile to start saving some time. You know, and then as the weeks go through and legs break off and arms break off because kids screwing with them. See, he's got like wear to his chest. I'll take him out for, yeah, I'll take him out for now. Because I'll go through them again at some point and then decide what to keep and what not to keep. Stuff like this is great for me because this stuff doesn't require a lot of thought on my part. I'm not going to research to see, well, especially because they told me that these were more the common. So I'm not doing any research. To be honest, I generally wouldn't do any research on these anyway. I would make my price. Like, I might, if they hadn't told me that these were mostly commons, I might have started off at, say, $4. 3 for 10. And then sold what I sold. See this? Yeah, you know, it's not that bad right now. I just like the ones that are really bad, you know. So I would have made it like, say, $4, 3 for 10. And then after I sold like some, like that, and that's again if I didn't know these were. Yeah, see this one, the weird chest, yellow, a lot of paint. That goes out to say junk pile. I guess that's Bulldog. Figure that one out. And again, for me, this is easy stuff because I love when I can just say, and I've been doing it at the flea market a lot. How much is this? It's all $2, 3 for 5. It's all $4, 3 for 10, you know? It's all the same price. So just, you know, they don't even have to think. Either they like the price or they don't. Either they buy it or they don't. Let me see if I can get it where the sun is just a little bit more in my favor. That's a cool looking one. yeah, so basically what I'm doing now is I'm just going to go through these, and then I'm going to put this stuff back. If I think they're in good shape, I'm going to put them back in the bucket, and then I'll take them to the flea market. And when I go to Lyndhurst, now see, his face looks weird. Like, look at his arms. His face has a green tint to it, but he's kind of clean. I'm going to put that as a potential to sell right now. You know, I'm looking for stuff like missing fingers. And I mean, I might miss some stuff, but people will show me, and then I'll know right away because, well, I won't say right away, but after the first, check this out, on a bike. After the first few weeks, I'm gonna put that in a weird, I'm gonna make a weird pile now. After the first few weeks, I'll know stuff that has problems, because that's the stuff that they're not gonna sell, not gonna buy. And like I said, once I get some good portion of my money back, then I can start negotiating a price. Now, I know when I put these out, there's going to be people like, well, what will you take for all of them? And they'll probably offer me 50 bucks. I'm going to keep her, even though she's got wear to the paint of her bra, because I don't see a lot of the lady. There's people that collect the lady wrestlers, and there might be a way to touch up some of this paint, especially if it's just one color. You know, I don't really know about how hard people collect these. All right. And what they're willing to do, if they can restore them. I hate this wind. Yeah. As you can see, there's probably a lot of the same ones. Oh, look at this guy. This guy's a snowboarder. He's got a snowboard, so he's coming. I don't know who that guy is. To be honest, I haven't been watching wrestling for years. That guy. Oh, she's in a sparkly dress. She's a hard figure. I don't know. And like I said, now this guy's dirty, but he's like a different one. And again, they picked through them, so I know there's no $30, $20. This is the stuff they just don't care that much about. Like this one, I'll save this. Like what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through. Okay, this is unusual. I don't know what this is, so I'll just save that. And again, I'll know right away. What I'm doing now is I'm pulling out the most obvious ones with the most wear, the most beat up ones. I hate that, it's so windy. And most of these are in relatively good condition. They probably, here, there's stuff like chairs in here, breakaway legs. I just want to get a sense of what I have. And then maybe, here's somebody's arm, so I'll throw that in the parts pile for now. Now this looks like it's missing paint, but I think sometimes this is an unusual one, not like, okay, that's probably the guy who's missing an arm, or one. Another lady. Okay, he's pretty good. At some point, I'm just going to get this to one side, and I'll just start throwing the stuff from one side to the other. Let's see how long this video. Nah, it's 13 minutes. So basically, we're going to have about maybe 20 minutes long video of me just looking at different wrestlers. Try to do this relatively quickly. Let me scoot down a little bit more. And again, I'm trying not to have them be in my shadow. Yeah, I think that I'm mostly happy with the condition of many of these. Like this guy here, he's good. So I think, like this one, I don't know. That's, you know, I can. Yeah, see, look, this guy's leg just broke right off. It's actually got like sharp edges. I don't know. But I say this guy's okay. I think he can be cleaned up. Same for this guy. Twist him around. Not bad. I've had a lot of these guys. See how yellowed his shirt is? But you know what? Unless they're really bad, I'll keep them and I'll go, let's look, another one of those. That must be part of a ring. Belts, I don't know how much value they have. I don't know how much interest people have in them. But, you know, it's a good throw-in if somebody's buying it. I know, I'm going to say straight out, I've sold belts. I don't remember if I've sold them more than a couple of dollars. You know? I don't know who this guy is. But here's another arm. Just throw it in the parts pile. I guess that's chickens. So again, most of them are pretty good. I'm really happy with the shape that most of these are in. You know, he's missing a little paint on the hair, but whatever. He's got knee pads. I'll keep them for now. I don't know. Bad joke. Some people would say this is the perfect woman. You figure out why. I don't know. This looks like garbage. Okay, he does something. His waist does something. Now look how dirty his legs are. But I think he could be cleaned up, so I'm not going to chuck him for now. Here's some of the smaller ones. Not sure what value these have. You know what? Missing some paint on the hair, but I can live with that. And again, it's like I'll have room to negotiate. I am not going to count these. So if you feel like counting them, giving me a rough estimate. Yeah, there's things like this. What is that? Of how many I have. Or if you're bored and have nothing better to do than to count all of these, you know, go ahead. Let me tell me how many are here when you're done. You don't have to be exact. You don't have to like keep recounting. God damn it! I can't remember if there's 22 or 23. I better start all over again watching the video. Well, if you want to keep watching the video over and over again, that's great for me. You know, I make $1 for every 1,000 times you guys watch these videos. I'm really happy with this deal. You know? And I think they're more focused on having... There's a showcase they had where they had them for $8 a piece. And they have different price ranges on them. And these were not. These were just a big bucket on the floor. And you'd have to be willing to... You know, I think... Like if someone went in there with their kid, or maybe some adults, they would be like just digging through the whole bucket. Now, I'm going to have people at the flea market willing to do that, you know? So far, like here's another arm. That goes. I must go to that guy. Yeah, these things, believe it or not, break. I've had them. I take them to the flea market. You know, I pick them out, and I'm willing to pay about $1 a piece for them. Until I learn more about them, and to be honest, I don't know if I ever will. I really don't. It's just, how much more can I know? He's got like some kind of red thing, but I think that'll wash off. I'll keep him for now. I don't know what that is around his neck. I don't like that. 2 fingers. Alright. My knee's kind of starting to... I'm actually kneeling. Here's this guy. I guess that's a McMahon dude or something? I don't know. That... Yeah, so right now, I'm just taking out the most obviously destroyed wrestlers and figures from the case. And as it thins down... And as I get less, and I wind up putting them in smaller buckets, I'll do it again. But for the first time, yeah, see, here's Andre the Giant, and he is missing a lot of paint, but I'm going to keep him because he's not missing anything but just some paint. And I think I could, you know, you don't see a lot of Andre the Giant, I don't think. I don't know. What do I know? Can you imagine how many of these there are? Now, this guy's face... Oh, no, but that's a tattoo. He's got this weird tattoo on his head. I don't know if you can see it. All right. It's funny. Some of these are hard plastic. Some are like... Okay, see, here's a guy. He's just straight up missing his leg. Some of these are like softer plastic. Like this guy's plastic is... discolored and worn. Yeah, okay. I'll just put them in parts for now. I'll give this guy, he doesn't have a lot of wear to the plastic, even though the plastic looks discolored to me. So I'll just hold on to him. Hopefully I can fit this in my car. Oops. Yep, I'm at the 20-minute mark, but I still got more to go. So what do you think? Do you think I paid, like, again, I just spit out 100, because that's a starting point. And if he would have said 150 or more, I would have been like, all right, let me just check and see what you got here, you know. And if I would have pulled out more than 150 that I was cool with, I'll keep them for now. I'll go through those one more time. I think the ones that just aren't that bad, like, see this guy, he's got stuff on his face, but that's supposed to be, I'll just keep it for now. You know, because what happens is, you know, they'll go like, oh, this one, blah, 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 and I'll go, all right, you know what, I'll give you that one for $1. Because that's honestly what they were cool with selling these at, like $1. Yeah, here's the same guy, and he's in much better condition. And here he is again, not in great condition. Yeah, and missing a foot. Parts pile. There's knee pads in here. Just keep him. Okay. Alright, 20 minutes in. 21 minutes. This guy's been to the tanning salon, obviously. This guy again. Yeah, so... yeah, see, it's the same thing with him. The same thing happened to his face, which green. So if the other one's there, I'm going to put it back. And I'll take it out for now. Sometimes I'm assuming it's a common problem with the plastic. Okay. Yeah, I think actually the first time I'll just take out the ones that are just really broken or really worn in paint. Well, what do you think? I'll just put that over there. I don't know what that could possibly... See, this guy's missing his hair. That's what I said, like some of these looks like when they have the ponytails, like that stuff would just break off. And then there's bits and pieces. Like when I get down to it, if they're not buying these these things like the stop sign or the ladders, and when I do a parts lot, I might throw here, like this guy's head popped off. This is the kind of stuff that I'm waiting for. And again, that's what I say. You can buy stuff anywhere, because especially at places that they deal with high-end stuff, they don't want to. It looks like the Green Lantern. They don't want to deal with things that aren't very high-end. They want dollars items at least, you know. Especially when they're constantly getting fresh stock in all the time. And for me, like I said, this is perfect flea market stuff. You know? Hate that wind. It's actually kind of pleasant out today, if anybody's interested. It's about 62 degrees right now. It's windy. Yeah, you see, huh? They're just the wrestlers that kids like. I'm going through them. I bought a bunch, but some of them are beat up. So I'm taking out the ones that are really broken up. See, this guy's missing his hair. He's in parts. This guy's got John Cena chain around his neck. That's my nosy neighbors peeking in. Like, hey, that's a lot of toys you got there. That's what they're saying. You probably couldn't hear because of the wind. You go like, who am I talking to? The headless wrestler. See, this is a hard plastic. And then some of them are more of like, oh, here's a head straight up. There's his head. Yeah, I'm going to... Oh, this is a plushie. Austin 316. Kind of cool. Oh, wait a minute. Here's that. It looks like that thing that I had in metal and plastic. Maybe I'll put that back in a bucket. I don't know what's that. Here's another arm. And part of the reason I'm taking these out is just for not to have a bucket full of junk, and it's just dead weight nonsense. You know, I probably shouldn't even bothered wasting my time going there, but you know, back in the old days, I might not have. I might have gone through this at the flea market, but since I'm making a video and showing everybody what I got, look, I'm getting down to it. Let's see, the cap. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of rushing through these now. You know, I got a life. I got stuff to do. Sun's beating down on me. I'll put my hoodie up. 20 minutes in the sun. I don't know what do they call that? UV. Sun. If I was in Florida, I'd know. Like, only stay in the sun 5 minutes. Get another bike. Okay. I'm assuming this guy is Irish. A leg. I swear to God, this guy looks like that actor from... He was in Stargate. Kurt Russell. In the Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, see, there's a lot of wear to the paint on this. Maybe it could be touched up. You know, I don't see anything broken. I'm just going to leave it for now. Wear to that. But he's not... He does have a knee pad. It's a red one. So maybe somebody needs a knee pad. Okay, see, this guy has elbow pads and knee pads, so I'll leave him. No head. In the bucket you go. This, 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 and this, and this, and another head, and a hand. All right. So, I think I did good. Because I got these. That's good for sure. And then I just got to go through these again. You saw everything I have. Look at that. Look at the wind. That is the wind. You think when I say it's windy, like I'm joking. But okay, I think 27 minutes is long enough for this video. Hope you enjoyed watching all these wrestling figures. I am out of here. Goodbye.